What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid Network weekly recap where we catch you up on all the biggest news that you might have missed. This week was a massive one for news, with a first look at Captain Marvel in costume, a new rumor about when we'll next see Superman in the DCEU, an update on when we'll get our eyes on the final season of Game of Thrones, and finally some details about Season 2 of Castlevania. For that first story, let's jump on over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and talk a little bit about Captain Marvel, as this week we finally got our first look at Brie Larson in costume thanks to some set photos. These come to us by way of PageSix and Backgrid, who snapped the photos of Larson on set in Atlanta just earlier this week. Fans were quick to fixate on one thing in particular about Captain Marvel's costume here: the color scheme. Instead of the usual red, blue, and gold that Captain Marvel usually wears, in these images she's rocking a very different green and black outfit, but with the same star logo on her chest. Some eagle-eyed fans were quick to point out that the color scheme resembles a character with a pretty strong connection to Carol Danvers from the comics, the original Captain Marvel, Mar-Vell, whose Kree DNA fused with Carol's after the explosion of an alien device, which actually is what granted her her superpowers. But there's still some mystery around these shots. What movie are they for? That kind of sounds like a dumb question on the face of it, and at first a lot of people just assumed that the photos were for Captain Marvel, with rumors swirling that production was forced to start 2 months before their planned start date in March to avoid missing tax breaks. However, our friends over at Omega Underground have confirmed that the photos are more than likely from Avengers 4 instead, according to a new casting call for the movie confirming that filming would have been taking place around the time the photos surfaced, despite the wrap party taking place a few weeks back. Still, we've got no official word, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. But over in the DCEU, we might have just learned when we'll be seeing Henry Cavill's Superman on screen next, and it might be sooner than you think. This comes to us from our friends over at Revenge of the Fans, who broke this exclusive earlier this week. According to them, in the aftermath of Wonder Woman's success and in the lead up to Justice League, momentum was building inside WB to finally develop a true sequel to Man of Steel, thanks in no small part to test audiences' reactions to Cavill's performance in Justice League. But then Justice League debuted to less than stellar reviews and underwhelmed at the box office, and all plans were put on hold while the studio reevaluated their approach moving forward. Now that the dust is finally settling on the DC Films reorganization, Man of Steel 2 still is set to happen just at some point down the road. But we'll be seeing Cavill in the blue tights again much sooner in another DC movie, according to this report: Shazam. That's right, Henry Cavill might just be appearing in Shazam. We don't know exactly what role he'd play right now, but reportedly he's an influential figure to young Billy Batson, both before and after he gains superpowers. This led to some speculation by Revenge of the Fans that I really love. What if Billy was one of the kids shooting that cell phone video of Superman at the beginning of Justice League? I think that would be a really cool way to tie the universe together. But over on the small screen, we've finally gotten a better idea of when we'll see Game of Thrones' final season from somebody that definitely would know. Fans were bummed when they learned that the show wouldn't be returning until 2019 because of the scheduling constraints required by the final season, which is going to be filming until late this fall and actually into winter. But when exactly is the show going to return? Well, now we know, thanks to Maisie Williams herself. In an interview with Metro, a girl revealed when the show is going to return, saying, "We wrap in December and we air our first episode in April. That's a 4-month turnaround for these huge episodes. There's a lot that goes into the final edit." So the show is returning to its original spring release window, which is good because it's coming earlier in 2019 than it could have, but you're still gonna have to wait 15 months to see how it all ends. Over in the digital streaming world, we finally know when we'll be seeing Castlevania Season 2, as well as some details about how it'll be returning when it does come back. Fans were pleasantly surprised by the first season of the Netflix anime series, which brought the legendary video game franchise to the small screen last July. What they weren't pleased with was the first season's abrupt ending, which came after just 4 episodes and more or less right as it was getting good, as the core gang had finally assembled, only for the season to end. Well, the writer and showrunner of the series, Warren Ellis, has finally taken to Twitter to give us some of the first details about the show's long-awaited return. Ellis revealed that not only is the show coming back this summer, Netflix has doubled the first season's episode count from 4 episodes to 8 episodes. We still don't have an exact release date yet, but it's likely that it'll come back sometime around the same time the first season debuted, which would be something like July. Let us know what you think of all this week's news in the comments section down below, but that's going to do it for me here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. For even more content, check out our website at hybridnetworkyt.com. And if you love HN and want to take your support to the next level, consider donating to us on Patreon as we strive to bring you the best content possible. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.